Okay, in this video we're going to show how to share resources between two courses with two teachers. Ms. Wells here is going to log into her class, and we're going to get Ms. Braden enrolled in her class first as a non-editing teacher so that she can see the resources. Once she has those resources available to her, we're going to show how to import those into her class. So Ms. Wells has just gone and logged in. She's going to go into her class. Now, when she's in her class, right, we need to find who the users are in her class, and we're going to look for the enrolled users. And again, let me go back again, I went a little fast there. So we were in Ms. Wells' class. We came down to the settings block. This is all in the settings block for your course. Go under users, and we're looking at enrolled users. Okay, and right now, you're not in there.
No, so I'm going to give her access?
Yeah, so we're going to go and enroll users. Now when this box comes up, the default is that it says that it is a student role. We don't want to give her a student role. We want to give her the rights to be a non-editing teacher. This will allow her to see all the resources in your class but not edit them. When she makes a copy, though, she'll be able to edit her own resources there.
Can two teachers have editing rights?
Yes, we could add, if you wanted to add 3 or 4 teachers here, say we knew some other teachers wanted to have non-editing rights to your class, we could add them here at this time also. So let's find Ms. Braden. So our Braden will be enough to find her. And, oh, that's true. She is right next to us. Okay. Now, we found her in the computer now. And so we can see her here, and we're going to enroll her as a non-editing teacher and click enroll. And once we've done that, if we wanted to enroll more teachers, we could come down here and say a Ziobro, right?
But could you ever give teacher full editing privilege?
If you want to give full editing, you would come up here and make them a teacher. If you make them a teacher, though, that
then
has
I could
this...
mess your stuff up. Like I could go and edit on you, and then you go in there thinking you had something, and I've changed it. Or deleted something by mistake or something.
That wasn't on Moodle 1, was it?
No, you could do this on Moodle 1 too.
Okay.
This will allow you, say, especially for inclusion teachers, 2 teachers can have
You read my mind.
Equal rights to the
Hey,
same
Mr.
course. Equal rights to the same course, and either you or Mr. Asisi could actually create the activities together for the students. Yes. Okay. So we're going to put me in as a non-editing teacher also, just for the heck of it.
That's the one that was up here for a while?
I'm not sure. I don't think
Heavy
so.
accent?
No.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. Wells is in there, Ms. Braden's in there, and where did I go?
You probably forgot to enroll yourself.
Did I not hit enroll?
Probably didn't.
Let's do enroll. Nope. Let's try one more time. I must not have hit enroll. We're going to go back and check the video.
Rewind.
And it's this one that I want. Non-editing teacher. Enroll. Finish enrolling users. There we go. Now we're in there. Okay. Now that Ms. Wells has given us the rights, we're going to log Ms. Wells out. And we're going to let Ms. Braden log in to her class. Okay. So now we can see that you have access to Ms. Wells' class. It actually shows up here.
Okay.
If we didn't see it here, we could always go. It's going to show up under your My Courses.
Right.
That might be one of the things that might be a slight disadvantage as you get a lot of teachers that you're sharing resources with. Your list is going to get a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it. And we can see all the courses here. Which course did we want to put this into for?
10th period.
10th period. Right there, right?
Right.
Okay. So this is your class. We don't have anything in here yet. What we're going to do now is we're going to come down underneath settings.
So if you do this, you have to make sure you have a blank or a shell, or it's going to overwrite everything that you had there?
Importing pulls into a course. When we import, we have a whole bunch of options when we import. In general, when we're importing, we only want to, we're going to merge it with what is already in the class. So one of the things we do have to be careful is if we import 3 or 4 times, we could have 3 or 4 copies of everything.
Oh, one overlap the old one.
No,
Okay.
it won't overwrite. It won't delete.
All right,
It's
no.
going to keep adding.
Okay.
All right, so like now I'm importing what she has so far.
Mhm.
And say then we're a couple months into the year and you put new stuff and I want to use some of that new stuff. I can just import that little bit of stuff,
You're going to import just those selected activities.
those activities on that particular ad highlighted or something.
Right. So when we come into import, and we're going to see that here in a second. So we're going to import. We got to select the course we want to import from, and unfortunately, sometimes this list gets very, very large.
Okay.
So the nice thing we remember is if she named it with the short name,
N13.
it should be N13-CW, right?
Yes.
So if we do a search that way, nope,
Check just Wells.
it's N13. Oh, N13th. That's why. It's N13-CW. Okay.
That's
Helps us get there. I knew it was N13-CW.
Should I go and take the TH off?
We should take a look and probably take the TH off,
Okay.
because it looks like I have to check to see if
Okay.
everybody else, I think they use that. Okay, so we're going to use that course,
Okay.
right? And we're going to import from that course. We don't have permission. Grr.
We'll just make sure how I'm enrolled.
Okay, there was a small glitch there, and we just had to change a setting. It should be fixed now so that non-editing teachers can back up activities from there. So we're going to include activities, blocks, and filters. What this does is it kind of creates a backup snapshot of your class. And then in the next step, we're going to choose what pieces we want to restore to your class. So the first thing it does is it's going to ask us, what do we want to take? Okay, so these are all the resources that she has in there right now. Okay, if we don't want something, we just have to uncheck it. So if we uncheck it, it'll uncheck those pieces. Now, one of the ones you may want to always uncheck, this is that first initial section that she has up at the top of her class. If you do want to take that top section for now, one of the things that I would always uncheck is this news forum, because you already have a news forum by default in your class, and if we bring that over, you're going to get multiple news forums in there, so we definitely don't need that. But at this point, we want to bring everything over.
Okay.
If you only wanted to bring a section over, you can see here that when I uncheck this top section, all this stuff goes away.
Right.
So I can uncheck, say, all of topic 4 if there's a lot underneath it, or I can just check topic 4 if that's all
So
I
if I
want.
wanted to add things later, I'd come to this screen and I would just check the.
Check the ones that you want to bring over. Okay? Now, once we've checked what we want,
The only thing is, if I update anything, she doesn't have the updates.
she wouldn't have the updates unless she brought it over again.
Right.
When she does bring it over again, though, she's going to get a second copy.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll have the original that she brought over and the second copy, and if she wants to delete the original, she would have to delete it.
Okay.
Okay? This is for confirmation now. This is confirming. Everything with a green check is going to come over. Anything with a red X, not going to come over.
Okay.
Just to make sure we did everything right. Perform the input. Now this can take a little bit. That was quick. Sometimes it takes a while. And now you can see here, we're in your 10th period class, and you have what was in Miss Wells' 10th period class.
Great.
And that concludes importing and sharing courses. Ms. Wells just mentioned one little glitch. The course labels for each section, for some reason right now in this version, they don't seem to be coming over. And I think that is the case. The import is only for activities and items inside the course. The shell, what you're going to label, section 1, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, does not transfer over at this point in that importing process. You would have to do a full backup and restore to get that whole thing.
Okay.